Welcome to the grand opening of Charlotte County Seniors Resource Centre, a centre born through a Healthy Seniors pilot project in 2022, where we engaged the community of St Andrews to see what would enable them to aid people to age in place. From that vital project, a resource centre was one of the asks. In 2023, through a partnership through Social Development, Nursing Home Without Walls, and Passamaquoddy Lodge, Charlotte County Seniors Resource Centre was born. Since we have started November 1st, we have witnessed a remarkable growth in both the range of services we provide and the individuals we serve. It is truly an honor to have such esteemed guests with us here today, including Minister Bacchus, who serves as the Minister for Seniors, Dr. Suzanne Dupree-Blanchard, the visionary founder of Nursing Home Without Walls, Mayor of St. Andrews, Brad Henderson, and a proactive and amazing member of our community, our first registered guest, Carol McLean, who graciously accepted the role of ribbon cutter today. And of course, you, our esteemed stakeholders of Charlotte County. We also have Justin Sapir here today, Cultural Coordinator of Passamaquoddy Recognition Group, who we are honored to have here, and he will open our ceremony for us.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to start with some language. Kwe, Dungakal Gilwell, Lee was Justin Sapir, Naga Kadak Migowan, Nojao Ekpahag, Bezgukadig, Wosukwig Nil, Wabanugawig Nil, Edepsiu. Hello there. How's everybody doing today? My name is Justin Sapir. My spirit name is a messenger from Mother Earth's teachings. And I come from where the tide ends, and I am Passamaquoddy and Maliseet, and I'm one who dwells here in the Dawnland, which we all do. I'm not going to do a prayer or anything like that. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to do a little bit more language, but I'm going to give some thanks, and I'll explain it after. Walaswaltamatina, Chubamosawagan. Williwanchu Zamagwan, Williwanchu Mijawagan, Williwanchu Pizon, Williwanchu Wijausen, Nagagimiwan, Williwanchu Gizus, Nipausa, Naga Pazazamag, Williwanchu Kahujik, Namasuig, Zipsizig, Weasizig, Williwan Skikamik, Chu Psioda Geg, Nidepsio. Basically, guys, I gave thanks for life. I gave thanks for our food so we won't go hungry. I gave thanks for our water so we won't go thirsty. I gave thanks to our medicines so we can cure ourselves. I gave thanks to the wind and the rain. I gave thanks to the sun, the moon, and the stars. I gave thanks to the four-legged, the swimmers, the crawlers, the flyers, and most important, I gave thanks to Mother Earth for everything that she gives us. Yes, I'm sorry today that Chief Akaji can't be here today, but he sent me, and I just want to say what a great opportunity this is. In our culture, as you know, elders are everything, so to see this type of thing happening that's only done a year, I think it's fantastic steps, and we could probably follow in their footsteps, but thank you very much.
And now I'm going to invite Dr. Suzanne Dupree-Blanchard, founder of the Nursing Home Without Walls, to speak.
Minister Bacchus, Mayor Henderson, and Mr. Sapir, and Mrs. I want to say McLaughlin? Oh, McLean. I should have written it down when you said it. I'm terrible. And everyone here, it's my pleasure to be here for this grand opening of the Charlotte County Seniors Resource Centre, including Nursing Home Without Walls. Never would I have imagined in 2018 when myself and my team were thinking of how we could best support older adults to age in place, and that we came up with this idea of Nursing Home Without Walls, that we would be here in 2024 with one in this region and 19 others as well. Nursing Home Without Walls, not Seniors Resource Center, but at least Nursing Home Without Walls. And so it's definitely a pleasure to be here. And Emma, to witness the wonderful work that you've been doing as well is just wonderful. Older adults need services in the community that are accessible and very much person-centered to be able to age in place. And this is what the center is offering, and this is what is needed in many communities. The seniors need essential services to age in place, oftentimes not necessarily medical services, but social services and social supports. And again, this is what this wonderful opportunity offers to older adults. And I would say as well that being inside a health center is even a great benefit. Right now, a popular term is social prescribing, and social prescribing is where the medical profession or health professionals recognize that older adults who present themselves in front of them for a medical reason, where the health professional also recognizes the need for social and psychosocial activities, support, and to have this right down here in the same center with the yellow line, I mean, it's just fantastic, and I think it's very much innovative as well. So thank you so much again to Minister Baucus for all your support towards Nursing Home Without Walls, to Judy Fries as well, who is the person responsible at social development for this program, along with Alicia Godet as well, who do a wonderful work. We are certainly, I want to say the dream team, but then I'm bragging too, so I won't say it like that. But we have these weekly meetings where honestly, we are definitely here for older adults in this province. And I am not part of government. I'm a professor at the University of Moncton, but I can definitely say this is one of the best partnerships I've ever had with government, but also with others. And I can't help but not to have to mention as well our partnership with Healthcare Excellence Canada, who are providing such expertise in their coaching in how we spread Nursing Home Without Walls in this province. And without that tripartite agreement and work together, we would definitely not be here today. So thank you so much. And this is such an exciting time. Thank you so much, Emma.
We are also very thrilled here to have Minister Kathy Baucus here, who has been a tremendous support for our centre. I'd like to invite her to come up and say a few words.
I am so pleased to be here this afternoon to celebrate this grand opening of the Charlotte County Seniors Resource Centre. I want to begin by congratulating everyone who helped make this wonderful new addition to the community a reality. I'd just like to say hello to Dr. Suzanne Dupuis-Blanchard, who we've met several times and had great chats, and to Mayor Henderson and members of his council, and to Justin, and help me Justin, who's representing the best Kumagati. Okay, I always am afraid I'm going to get that wrong. And Jim Tubbs, who's the chair of the Rural District, Jim, and I'm not quite sure if it's got... District Advisory Committee. There we go. Okay, see, I'm bad on titles. So, and Carolyn Davies. So, all right. So, did you know, and I'm sure you do, that New Brunswick has one of the fastest growing populations of seniors in the country? This fact has really captured my attention. During my time as minister responsible for seniors, I've had the honor to meet with seniors right across the province, including right here in Charlotte County. The most frequent comment I've heard is, seniors want to be able to age at home as long as possible. A collaborative effort is needed to ensure our seniors have access to the services and supports necessary to allow them to age in place. In St. Andrews, this collaboration and commitment has resulted in the town being designated as an age-friendly community since 2019. In fact, last year, the town had its age-friendly designation renewed for another 3 years. So great work, everyone. I think that deserves a little round of applause. I want to thank the town and the Resource Center Committee for the continued dedication to being an age-friendly community. And part of that commitment has led us to the celebration today. I'm pleased the Department of Social Development has been able to support the community's priority to create a seniors resource center. This new resource center is part of the services offered by Passamaquoddy Lodge through its Nursing Home Without Walls program. For those who are not familiar with the program, and I can't imagine anybody here isn't, Nursing Home Without Walls allows nursing homes to extend the resources and services they provide to people aging in the community. Even though services vary at each location, they could include anything from friendly check-in calls, in-person social visits to helping navigate and accessing other programs and services. I want to thank Emma. Oh, look at her, she's getting embarrassed. I want to thank Emma, seriously, for all your hard work. I have seen her in action with clients of Nursing Home Without Walls. We had a trip to Campobello recently, And I have to tell you how impressed I am with her compassion, her attention to detail. She's amazing with the seniors, she really is. And I also want to offer a special thank you to Yolande Roy, the administrator at the lodge. Like Emma, Yolande is and she's not here today, unfortunately, so you have to tell her I said good things about her. Okay. Yolande is actively pursuing being able to provide services for seniors. We've talked about an extended Meals on Wheels program, and she's staying on top of training opportunities for nurses who are considering entering the field of long-term care. I know she took part last week in it was called the Nursing Education Design Summit, hosted by UNB, and I was pleased to see her there. So I'm proud to say what started as a pilot project, thank you, Suzanne, has grown to 20 different nursing home without walls locations across the province. And we're working to add 10 more. So spread the word, people, spread the word. I hope the opening of this Seniors Resource Center and the positive impact our local Nursing Home Without Walls program has had will inspire other nursing homes to join this innovative network and bring more services to New Brunswickers aging in their community. Congratulations again on your grand opening, and thank you for your commitment to our seniors.
So before we move to the ribbon cutting, I would just like to invite St. Andrews Mayor Brad Henderson to say a few words.
Before I begin, I do want to recognize that we are on the unceded traditional territory of the Beskotomagati people. Justin, I had the opportunity last year at Market Square with a number of students to hear you speak and teach your language. And I can honestly say I don't recall 30 minutes I've ever spent where I learned so much as I did from you last year. So thank you very much for being here. It's very important for your presence here, and again, to continue to teach everything you do, especially on the language, so thank you. I guess I'll speak two parts of this. Before I do, I want to acknowledge my members of council that are here, Councillor Neal, Councillor Heenan, and then we've got Councillor Harland. Did I miss anyone? No, we're good. Good house. I appreciate you being here today as well and all the work that you did. So I'll speak to two levels on this project. The first was actually tied into to why I got involved with council. Originally, business community felt they didn't have a voice on council. That kind of motivated me with the Chamber of Commerce. But my own personal reason was actually this building. This building, it's a beautiful building. It's a treasure for St. Andrews. Most communities of this size don't have a building like this. But about 8 years ago, this section that we were in was completely empty. It was actually, lights were out. It used to be a bowling alley, then it was a call center, and then it was nothing. It was actually, if you walked in here, it was really in rough condition. If you went on the other side of the building, there was nothing on the other side where you see the Welcome Center and the Chamber of Commerce. And the roof was leaking, and it was leaking very steady. And there was a councillor at the time, before I was on council, that actually suggested that maybe we look at diverging of this asset and not having it for the community. And for me, that was something I couldn't understand. And to think 8 years later, not only do we have a new roof, but to have this wellness center, and then now to have a resource center like this, and then the other side's full. This arena, this building, is a heartbeat for this community. So yes, the taxpayer will have to subsidize it. It's an aging asset. But the reality of the situation is this community, CHCO is here, I'll put a plug in for them, they're here as well, in this building. What this building does for this community is amazing, and we're very fortunate to have it, and we're very fortunate the next generation is going to be able to enjoy it just as much as we did. So the resource center itself, the first time I actually heard about it, it was Emma herself with Councillor Harland actually came to my office at Kingsbury, and they spoke about what the opportunity was here. And I remember after I asked Councillor Harland, I'm like, is this something that you support, you think would be good for the Wellness Center? And she said 100% it absolutely is. And that was really all I needed to hear. Between your presentation and Councillor Harlan being involved, it was an easy one for council. And I'm very proud to be on a council that does take in consideration that we do need to be an age-friendly community. It's one thing to have the designation, but it's another thing to live it. And if you look at New Brunswick and you look at the fact that we have an aging population, we have one of the oldest demographic provinces in the entire country. And when you get into rural New Brunswick, it's even higher. And there is so many people that are going to use this resource that have been taxpayers, hard workers, baby boomers, that were really how we were able to maintain this building for all these years. They should be able to live in the community, age in the community, and spend the rest of their life where they want to be. They shouldn't have to move to an urban center in order to do that. So that's why buildings like this and having Nursing Home Without Borders, that's why it's so, so important. So I hope that if you're in our community, that you take this as a sign, as we absolutely appreciate you being a member of our community. We're going to do everything we can so you can stay in your home, age in place, but it is a very confusing world out there. I tell you, I'm pretty tech savvy, but the amount of things you have to do online and the amount of things you have to figure out, and knowing what programs are available out there. If you're struggling to pay your power bill, if you're struggling to pay your property tax, there's resources that Emma can help. And I've seen Emma work at the Passamaquoddy Lodge for a number of years, and the things that she actually does to help seniors and the way that she relates to them, we're very lucky to have you. You also keep Trevor in line, which is no easy accomplishment, but we're very, very appreciative. And the last thing I'm going to say is this is just one important aspect of aging in place in our community. Caroline's looking at me and I can feel it, but we're also working to get a new Passamaquoddy Lodge. So it's important to be able to use resources like this age in place, but when there comes a time where you actually do need that assisted living, it's very, very important that we realize that our existing facility is over 50 years old. There's rooms that don't have shower curtains. There is actually rooms where you open a drawer, a wheelchair can't get by. It's way under the actual space that is by the standards of the province of New Brunswick. So this is a huge win, but we've got to continue to realize that we need options for everybody in our community to age in place. Thank you.
Okay, so now it is time for the ribbon cutting. So myself and Carol, who is my partner in crime in this adventure, is going to hold one end, and we'll invite Carol to come up and cut. Well, I was just going to do it.
Yes, an interesting thing, I started working at Passamaquoddy Lodge the day it opened. I was employed at the health center. Oh, there. Oh. All right. We're not much help. This is my first rodeo, unfortunately. There. Okay?
She said, am I going to measure and make sure it's the same length?
I failed.
No. Thank you. So to close, I would also just like to take a few minutes to say some thank yous and to give you an exciting update. So a heartfelt thank you to our esteemed guests here gathered here today, and the overwhelming support for the centre has been truly remarkable. I extend my deepest gratitude to the board and foundation at Passamaquoddy Lodge, and the special acknowledgement goes to our steering committee for their invaluable support and guidance. I'm immensely grateful to Christine DeVoe and Judy Fries from Social Development, who have consistently aided us as needed. I am fortunate to have Cindy Donovan here as my pod coach, who's been knowledgeable and encouraging every step. And her guidance has been instrumental in our progress. I am blessed to have such an exceptional leader and mentor in Yolande, the administrator at Passamaquoddy Lodge, and the management team at the Lodge, whose ongoing support has been invaluable. I want to recognize Carol Davidson, my resource assistant, whose strength and support has been indispensable during our steep learning curve over the last 6 months. A sincere thank you goes out to our stakeholders and clients in the community. We have flourished and grown with the incredible support from you all and my family, who has championed me on this journey. Thank you to the town of St. Andrews and the Wellness Centre providing this beautiful space that we are in today. I'm thrilled to announce that we have grown at such a rapid rate, and Carol's hours have been increased from 3 days to 4. And we have expanded to 2 staffed satellite sites. The first one is on Grand Manan, where Sharon Kazaboom will serve the community. Unfortunately, Sharon could not join us here today due to other commitments, but we eagerly anticipate working with her. The second site is in Campobello, where Angela Smart will be serving as an assistant resource coordinator. Angela brings with her wealth of experience working with seniors and the community, and we are excited to welcome her to our team later this month. These changes will enable us to serve our communities better and on a more consistent basis. We are excited about the future and the possibilities of this community-driven project. So please enjoy the beautiful charcuterie board out there, which was provided by the Spice Box, and please feel free to ask any questions to our team. Thank you to Minister Kathy Bacchus and Dr. Suzanne Dupree-Blanchard, Mayor Brad Henderson, Justin Sapir, and Carol McLean for being willing to take part in today's ceremony. And thank you once again for your unwavering support and being here today, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.